Hello, this is the weekly digest of the top stories and key events from Uzbekistan in the last 7 days. Komil Allamjonov has been relieved of his duties as head of the Information Policy Department at the Presidential Administration, according to an official statement. The press service of the president confirmed that Alamjonov is transitioning to another role, though details of his new position have not been disclosed. In an official statement, the press service praised Alamjonov's significant contributions to the development of freedom of speech in Uzbekistan, enhancing transparency in government institutions, and improving the public education system under the directives of President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. The press service spokesperson Sherzod Asadov commended Alamjonov for his professional achievements, noting his success in implementing the president's key priorities. In January 2020, he became chairman of the board of trustees of the Mass Media Support Fund, and in July 2022, he was appointed deputy head of the presidential administration. Alamjonov had served as head of the Information Policy Department since August 2023. A large fire broke out at the Tashkent State Agrarian University in Kyrgyzstan district of Tashkent region, severely affecting multiple buildings on the university's campus. The fire, which occurred on September 30th, caused significant damage to the university buildings, prompting authorities to open a case under Article 259, Part 2 of the Criminal Code, violation of fire safety rules. According to a statement by Bobur Talaganov, the spokesperson for the Tashkent Regional Department of Internal Affairs. The fire reportedly broke out at the premises of the State Forestry Agency, located within the university grounds. Initially, it was believed to have started in one of the university buildings. However, the university press service later clarified that the fire had affected the roof of the Forestry Agency building. The statement was later deleted from the university's official Telegram channel. The claims circulating on social media that the Forestry Agency's buildings burned down are false. Although the roof sustained partial damage from the water during the firefighting process, it was not significant, the agency told Uz news agency. Contradicting the agency's claims, reports indicate that the university's buildings did sustain considerable damage from the fire. Specialists are currently investigating the site to determine the exact cause and origin of the fire, as well as the extent of the damage. According to the Ministry of Emergency Situations, the fire broke out at 8:10 p.m. on September 30th. A firefighting crew arrived at the scene by 8:17 p.m. The fire was contained by 9:36 p.m. and fully extinguished by 10:10 p.m. No reports of injuries or fatalities have been confirmed. On September 30, the Senate approved a new version of the law on agricultural cooperatives, marking a significant update to the existing legislation from 1998. The new law outlines the procedures for creating, managing, and auditing cooperatives, as well as their interaction with the state. Agricultural cooperatives are defined as commercial organizations founded on the basis of membership contributions. A minimum of 7 individuals or legal entities must unite to establish a cooperative for agricultural purposes. Under the updated law, cooperatives will not only provide services in the agricultural sector, but also engage in activities such as cultivation, storage, processing, and the sale of agricultural products. They can also pursue other related activities. In a significant move to boost tourism, the government of Uzbekistan has decided to integrate international online payment systems such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, and PayPal into the financial infrastructure. The initiative comes as part of the broader government resolution aimed at enhancing the country's tourism sector. On September 26, the government adopted the resolution that mandates the central bank to negotiate with global payment companies like PayPal, Alipay, and Unipay by the end of this year. The objective is to facilitate their integration with Uzbekistan's payment systems and banking services. The development is expected to streamline financial transactions for both tourists and local businesses. The resolution outlines several key actions to be taken by the relevant authorities before the end of 2024. Among these actions, the Ministry of Transport and the Tourism Committee will create favorable conditions for local and foreign car rental companies such as Hertz, Avis, and Sixt to operate within the vicinity of airports and railway stations. Additionally, the resolution includes plans to compile a list of tourist routes and attractions across various regions, which will be submitted to international mapping services provided by Apple and Google. The list will be regularly updated to reflect new destinations and services. Uzbekistan has officially secured a long-term lease of 4 resorts on Kyrgyzstan's Issyk-Kul lake following the approval of bilateral agreements by President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. The deal, signed between the governments of Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan, grants Uzbekistan control over the resorts for a period of 49 years. President Mirziyoyev's decree ratifying the agreement follows earlier discussions between the two nations. Kyrgyzstan's president, Sadir Japarov, had previously announced that the transfer of 4 resorts on Issyk-Kul to Uzbek investors under a 49-year lease agreement. The resorts included in the agreement are Golden Sand, Dilaram, Rohat, and the unfinished Buston facility. Uzbek investors are expected to carry out extensive renovations on these properties, upgrading them to 3- or 4-star standards to attract more tourists to the region. A key provision of the agreement stipulates that at least 80% of the workforce employed at the resorts must be Kyrgyz nationals, ensuring that the local economy benefits from the agreement. The agreement was initially signed on July 18, 2024, during President Japarov's official visit to Uzbekistan. Kyrgyzstan's Cabinet of Ministers approved the deal on September 23, 2024, finalizing the terms for the transfer. Uzbekistan hosted the 4th World Conference on Creative Economy, which kicked off on October 2nd and ran until October 4th. More than 2,000 delegates from various countries participated, discussing the limitless potential of ideas in a world where resources are finite. Creative economy, according to the participants, is an economy driven by ideas. The central theme of this year's conference was inclusive creativity in a changing reality. Key discussions focused on the future of creative economy and the impact of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence. The cultural and creative industries generate an estimated $2.3 trillion annually, contributing to 3.1% to the global GDP, with projections indicating this could rise to 10% by 2030. The conference was opened by British actress, supermodel and media personality Naomi Campbell. Uzbekistan's Prime Minister Abdullah Aripov delivered a speech emphasizing the importance of the creative economy. He highlighted that the country's goal is for 5% of its GDP to come from creative industries. Meanwhile, Rebecca Greenspan, Secretary General of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, pointed out that while the share of global trade in services is decreasing, technology is dominating, the creative economy could soon account for up to 12% of global GDP. I always say that talent is the world's greatest distributor. No matter where you are, the creative economy finds its audience and guarantees customers, said the UN representative. The international platform for this event originated in Indonesia, where the creative economy was first introduced as a global topic of discussion 6 years ago. Today, Indonesia's creative economy contributes $93 billion to the country's exports, representing 8% of its GDP, according to the Indonesia's Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Uzbekistan has issued an official statement addressing the worsening situation in the Middle East. The ministry expressed deep concerns over the recent escalation of tensions in the region, emphasizing that continued conflict could lead to unprecedented risks and security threats, not only within the region but also for the international community at large. We believe that any further escalation could result in unpredictable consequences, posing significant threats to the security in the broader region, the Foreign Ministry stated. The ministry restated the importance of taking immediate steps towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict, urging compliance with the international norms and the decisions of the United Nations Security Council. The World Bank's Board of Executive Directors has approved a financial package of $800 million in highly concessional loans to support Uzbekistan's ongoing reform agenda, aimed at transforming the country into a more inclusive and resilient market economy. The financial support will back the Uzbek government's structural reform program, which seeks to enhance the business environment, improve efficiency across key sectors such as agriculture, railway and energy, strengthen public finance management, expand social protection services, and better prepare the country for environmental and climate challenges. The World Bank's financing supports a comprehensive development policy led by the Uzbek government, with key areas of focus that include social protection, gender-based violence, agricultural land security, business environment, public finance management, climate change mitigation, water resource management, environmental and climate assessment, green investment, railway sector modernization, energy sector reforms. This is all for today. See you next time. Bye.